versus facts. Ayy, stats versus facts. Ayy, know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He back on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Stats versus Facts Sports Talk. It's your boy Marsh. I'm here with the crew. What it do, crew?
Cello.
Bueno.
C-Mac wearing the Spurs. G-Rag wearing the Spurs color.
Got to represent your hood.
For sure.
Amen.
And I'm wearing the blue because I'm feeling too blue. Not happy.
Oh.
I'm having a very bad day.
Uh-oh. How can we cheer you up, buddy?
Trade Derek White.
Okay, that's not going to happen, but what's the
What's
second
your
thing?
Second, yeah.
Somebody beat Baylor for me, please.
Okay, third?
Somebody fire Jerry Jones.
Oof, man, these are
That's
tough,
why
man.
We can't make you happy.
This is a rough Christmas list. It's a rough Christmas list, buddy.
Yeah, you're daggone right. The only thing that semi made me smile was that you actually beat Southampton at 8-0.
Still not on the top of the charts, though. I know one team is.
No.
Oh, Man City.
Yeah, because Man City.
Haven't lost.
There's
You
two
didn't lose
games.
in January.
You didn't. And you're 2 games behind Man U as far as games played. So technically, y'all could be up by 6. Yeah, you've only played 20 games. Man U's played 22.
Oh, yeah. I was figuring out where you're going with that one. So I
Yeah. So I said,
preemptively expecting something.
yeah. So technically, Man City could be up by 6 points, which would put Man U in second, unless somehow Liverpool beats Man City, which I don't see happening. So that's also making me sad. None of my teams are winning. I mean, they're kind of winning, but they're not winning. You feel me? Man, you lost to Sheffield. How the hell did you lose to Sheffield? It's terrible. Anyway, getting off topic. Let's talk about some college basketball today. In this basketball for all special that I got going on. Shoes, fellas. We have right now 3 undefeated teams in the college basketball world. Sheesh. More than likely teams that will probably make it to the national championship game, unless one of them loses. Maybe, I don't know. We got Gonzaga at number 1, 17-0. Baylor sitting at number 2, 16-0. And then the third one is Drake sitting at 16-0, but they're number 25 in the country, and they have a softer schedule, kind of like what Gonzaga has. Any early thoughts on those 3 undefeated teams? G-Rag, or G-Money.
No governments. Gonzaga, probably one of the better teams I've seen in the last couple of years. They get it done, man. Suggs, freshman leader, starts it off. Corey Crisper is their best scorer, shooting, a ridiculous amount from 3. You've got Drew Timme, big man. They kind of resemble a little bit of the Pacers. If Timme was Sabonis, Suggs would be Brogdon, except Brogdon's a better shooter probably. And Crisper is like a better shooter than a TJ Warren or Levert, but he doesn't have the wiggle they do.
He's a 57.7 field goal percentage.
Don't shoot a lot of threes. They do share the ball a lot, and they outscore people. They're not the greatest defensive team, but they just outscore you.
Right. And they're doing the dang thing. I mean, you got to give it up to them for real.
Yeah.
You got to get it up to them.
Obviously, I think the Big 12 is probably the best conference this year.
Yeah, the Big 12 is really nice.
Stacked.
I mean, you look at teams that Gonzaga is playing. I mean, the closest, team to give them problems might be BYU.
They beat Baylor, right?
BYU?
No, Gonzaga.
They haven't played. They're both still undefeated.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Gonzaga beat Kansas at the beginning of the season.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we kind of learning how fraudulent Kansas is.
Yeah.
So,
Man, their game versus Baylor was postponed early on in the season.
There
That's
you go.
what it
That's what it was.
so we would have had one undefeated and one
Yeah.
defeated
We just
team.
settled the set score. Baylor's more balanced. They're their defense and offensive team. They're balanced as far as rating wise. They're balanced worth the scoring, 3-pointer and 2-pointers. So they're a very balanced team.
Right.
If you were looking at the different ratings of everybody, you'd probably pick Baylor over Gonzaga
True,
just
true.
based on ratings and the tougher conference.
Right. Get into Baylor in a second. Gonzaga's remaining games, they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 remaining games. Did I have that right? Yeah. Of those 6 remaining games, I mean, maybe their last one against BYU would probably be their toughest. You can't count out St. Mary's, but they will be at Gonzaga this time. And I believe they beat St. Mary's they beat them by 14 when they were at St. Mary's. So they give them some trouble. And St. Mary's can give them some trouble. I would say that BYU or St. Mary's game would probably be the one game. Those 2 games, I would be worried if I'm a Gonzaga fan that could ruin their undefeated season. That's what I think. Any thoughts from either one of y'all?
I just think Gonzaga is just. I'm a big Gonzaga believer. I think they're just by far the best team. I would throw Baylor in there, obviously, right behind them, and then it's kind of a drop off.
Right. Well, we'll go to Baylor. Just beat UT tonight, 83-69 in Austin. Okay. You're right. Baylor has the toughest schedule. I mean, they have the tougher schedule. I mean, you have Oklahoma coming up. Oklahoma was on a streak until they got beat by Texas Tech. Then you got Baylor going up against Texas Tech. Then they have back-to-back home and away against West Virginia, one on Monday, one on Thursday. Oklahoma State is still no joke. They have Kansas. So, I mean, they have a tough schedule.
Yeah.
They do.
That prepare for the tournament.
Yeah.
I think it's a better preparation for the tournament than playing an easy schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. With what they're sitting at now, I think they need – how many more games do they have? They have 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 more regular season games. You win 4 of those or have Kansas lose 1, they will win the Big 12 championship. And I totally expect them to, unless there's like some type of fall off. But they're nice. They are very nice. Talking about their roster, G Money.
Not really familiar with their roster as far as on who their most important players are. I haven't really watched them as much as I should.
They got Jared Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Their guard, he's shooting 45.2% from the 3-point line. Overall, he's their leading scorer at 16.8. I mean, you can tell there's just certain type of leaders on the court. He's 6'3", and he's a junior. So, I mean, he could be back next year depending on it, but he's definitely balling out for them.
That's what you really want if you're going to feel like you're going to be a deep tournament team. You want a, veteran leader, especially at the guard position.
And that's really what they have. They have him. They have Teague, Maceo Teague, Mitchell, Davion Mitchell, and they had one more guy. Is it Mayer? I think they had Mayer from last year, and I guess it was him. I'm gonna butcher his name. Tchamwa, Jonathan Tchamwa, Tchachu.
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
T'Challa. T'Challa Chua.
What? Precious?
T'Challa Chua.
Just a sophomore, leading them in rebounds at 6.4. He's tough on the glass. Really tough on the glass. He's 6'8", from Cameroon.
Okay. They smacked Texas, so
yeah, it'd be on about 14.
so. And obviously, kind of know what the issue with Texas is. So I'm assuming that Baylor has the front court to go far at least.
Right. And we have a few one-loss teams: Villanova, Michigan, Houston. To me, not a whole lot. I really want to talk about Villanova because they're not a huge threat to me.
Yeah, they got their Archie. What was the guy's name? The point guard. They got another point guard like that. It's a senior, and they've got a forward that's kind of like Sadiq Bey, kind of in that model a little bit.
Talk about Gillespie.
Yeah, that's the point guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the forward reminds me of, his name always reminds me of Earl Grey T.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And he said he reminds you of who?
Just the like that Sadiq Bey kind of thing that I had last year.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. Yes, he does.
Then you have Jay Wright, obviously the coach. Solid program.
Right. Archie Diacono's brother actually plays for them. He's a sophomore.
Ooh.
Chris Archie Diacono.
I'm sure when he's a senior, he'll be good.
Right.
And then they'll start it all over again.
Mm-hmm. But Villanova have a decently hard schedule. They play Xavier, who's 11-2, not ranked, but Xavier is a tough match. Marquette is a tough one for them. They play Creighton, who's number 15, 13-4. I wouldn't even rule out UConn. UConn's 8 this year. Best they've been in.
What's my man's name? Boatwright?
Sense Boat? Are you saying Sense Boatwright?
No, I'm saying there's another guy back in the day named Boatwright, but I remember like their new star player has a similar name.
For UConn?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah. Bo, I guess it's Bo Knight.
Yeah.
The guard 6'5" from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's giving them the boost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean he's averaging 20.3.
I'm seeing his name rise up the draft boards.
Right, on 45.1%, shooting from the field. Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. Absolutely for you. So Villanova's looking nice, but I don't see them being too much of a threat because you got teams like Michigan with Luka Garza. Their only loss being to
Michigan?
Minnesota. Is that
Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh, they have another freshman center.
I mean, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Iowa.
Iowa, that same color, kind of.
Yeah, I apologize. Not Michigan. Not Garza. Garza's on Iowa.
They got this freshman center that kind of runs funny. I was like, this guy runs funny, bro. Like he a speed walker.
You said the center?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Not Livers. Livers is nice though. I like his game.
And then they have Mo Wagner's little brother.
They got Austin Davis, not him. Yeah, Wagner's brother, Franz Wagner.
Yeah, they got Franz. He's a decent NBA prospect. He's 6'9".
Yep.
Kind of a multi-positional player.
Right. 7 rebounds a game. He's doing his thing. Who are you talking about?
The center. What's his name, bro?
On the Huskies?
You should be leading them in points.
The freshman, Terrence Williams is second?
No.
He's a center. Or he's a four. They don't really have. Lie. I missed him. Hunter Dickinson.
There you go. There you go.
Hunter Dickinson. Yeah. No, he got a decent shot.
Yeah.
For a big man, he actually does.
He's gonna be good. I think he'll be one of those college players who's really good and then it's kind of struggle in the NBA.
But yeah, he does kind of have. You're right, he does.
He runs funny. Like that was the first thing I noticed about him. I was like, my man gets busy, but he got that run. He got that speed walking. Like I'm trying to get somewhere fast. I really don't want to waste energy.
He's right.
I'm like, all right, man. Hey, more power to you.
You're right.
Respect.
Their only loss was to Minnesota. I think was it the
Golden Gophers.
Couple of games after they had smacked the mess out of Minnesota in Michigan, they went to Minnesota and got smacked. So, but the Big Ten's not a bad conference there now.
Nah. Obviously, you mentioned Luka Garza.
Right. I mean, you got Michigan, number 4. Iowa's at number 8. Illinois has been up and down. They're at number 12. Ohio State's number 7. Wisconsin's number 19. And Purdue at number 24. And then teams like Rutgers, Indiana, Minnesota, and Maryland still might all make the tourney. So definitely.
Not a pushover conference for sure.
Not a pushover conference at all. Now, with Michigan, they have remaining games against Illinois, Wisconsin, Rutgers, Ohio State, Indiana, and then they finish off with Iowa and Michigan State. I forgot Michigan could still possibly get in the
schedule.
They have a tough schedule. They do. If they come out with like maybe only one more loss, I could see them making it to the Final Four at least.
Yeah.
At least.
I think Vegas has those 4 as the Final Four.
To where I actually think this one other team sitting at number 5 might have consideration for the Final Four. That's Houston.
Yeah, I think the only question mark is their schedule. I think that strength of schedules in it's something wild, like 100 ranked 100 schedule.
I agree. I mean, outside of their loss, their only real close game was when they played Wichita State, which they won by 7. But I mean, they've blown out everybody else that they've needed to by double digits, 17 to 25 points.
Yeah.
With their only loss, who's their loss to? Tulsa. Tulsa beat them by a point. And I think they avenged that loss to Tulsa. Yeah, they beat Tulsa by 27 and avenging that loss. You know what I mean? So
the Houston Cougars, baby.
Yeah, they haven't been this good since. Whoa. Would I dare say when Hakeem Olajuwon won?
Whoa. I want to say they had like a little run somewhere.
They did.
Yeah, that's probably the most notable.
I think back in the early 2000s, they were actually kind of decent. C-Mac, double check that for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got to make sure I tell you, please. You're sensitive.
Do it. Do it. Please. .fm.
I don't know.
Talk about the next team, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, Houston, remaining schedule-wise, you're right, not really as impressive. Probably a notable hard game. Memphis is a tough one. They play Wichita State again.
Shout out Penny Hardaway.
They have to play Memphis twice. So, yeah, it could get a little rocky for Houston, but I could still see them making it. All right, next one. Texas Longhorns, man.
Let's go, baby.
Only losses this season have been to I guess when they lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma wasn't necessarily ranked yet. But, I mean, other than that, they lost to Baylor. All right. They lost to Texas Tech, which is below them, but that was a close game. They'll get their revenge. I know that. And then Oklahoma beat them by a point. Well, they were ranked at the time, 24. So UT they're doing better. You know what I mean? I think this is probably the best UT team that we have seen since DJ Augustine, Marcus Aldridge. You know, I think they were better than when Kevin Durant was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't been this high at number 6. They were number 4, and of course, lost a couple of games. But
They need their young front forwards to step up. Greg Brown and Kai Jones. They're led by 3 guards that are 2 juniors and a senior, I think.
Yeah, Andrew Jones at 6'4" leads them in points with Courtney Ramey. Kind of looks like James Harden a little bit. Not gonna lie to you.
So
Looks like
Houston hasn't been like past the first round since 1984. The Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon, I was right.
Could have sworn they had a little run somewhere, but
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about football.
Yeah, they lost in the second round in 2018, but lost in the Sweet 16 in 2019. So, I mean, if you want to count that, you can.
2019, they had a little run. Okay. But, yeah, they haven't been, like, record-wise, they haven't been this good since that 1984 team.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. The other guy you're talking about was Matt Coleman, the third. So you're absolutely right. They do need their bigs to step up as far as point wise. Rebounding wise, a guy that I think the Spurs could possibly look at. I don't know when he will come out. He still needs to develop. But Kai Jones, sophomore, he's a forward, 6'11".
Super athletic, super raw. I mean, kind of what you want out of a modern day big, super big talent. Questions about his basketball IQ, but definitely it's something I've been looking at for the Spurs also.
Yep. And then the other one, Jericho Sims, sitting at 6'10", the senior.
And I'll take Greg Brown too. He seems to be falling down because he has not performed well at Texas. So I'm thinking he's going to go higher because of potential.
Right. And he's only a freshman. So he may end up staying for another year or two. Who knows? He could come out.
Yeah.
He could come out.
Before he was a top 10 pick, and now he seems to be falling a little bit.
Right. And he does lead UT in rebounds per game too.
Yeah. Super athletic, 6'9". Play a small forward, power forward position.
Mm-hmm.
Very raw also. You can't go wrong with either prospect, really.
Right.
If you're going to take a home run swing on it.
Right. So we'll definitely see. But UT's remaining schedule is not a walk in the park either. They have Oklahoma State. They play Oklahoma again. West Virginia, they play Kansas again, who's going to be looking for revenge, and Texas Tech again, who we got to get revenge on. So
Matt McClung.
Yeah. Definitely not an easy schedule at all. And you can throw TCU in there if you want to.
The Horned Frogs.
The Horned Frogs.
I don't know why I didn't work on that.
No, it's actually solid. It's solid. I like
Take it.
I take.
You'd be a Horned Frog, Chris?
I'd be a Horned Frog.
This is PG, sir. This is PG-13.
I know. I was gonna go on. I was like, it's
You horned frog. Yeah. Ohio State started off the season kind of bad, and they've actually really, really gotten it together. Sitting at number 7. I want to say they lost a couple early ones. Yeah, they lost to Purdue. Northwestern beat them.
Oof.
Yeah,
Boilermakers and
Minnesota beat them. So they're actually out of the top 25. Then they beat Rutgers, beat Northwestern, beat Illinois. Purdue got them. Then they beat a better Wisconsin team. Then since then, beat Penn State, beat Michigan State. And now they're looking at a really hard stretch here. Iowa, Maryland, Indiana. They play Penn State again. Michigan State, Iowa again, and then Illinois to end the season off. So they have a hard schedule coming up.
we'll find out about the Ohio State pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Their leader, EJ Liddell, in scoring, 15.3 points. I think he's a sophomore. Yeah, he's a sophomore. Not a bad player himself. Got to get that 3-point percentage off. Can't do that, but decent shooting percentage at 51.6 percent. And he does lead the team too with 1.2 blocks. So he definitely glassing you.
He glassing.
No, we'll see about Ohio State. I don't see them going too far this year, fellas. Sweet 16, maybe. I could probably see their peak, depending on who they get matched up against. Could be, they could get eliminated earlier. So we'll find out.
Kind of a blah team. We're like, okay.
Yeah. Now, the one I took the jump on, Iowa. Luka Garza, man.
The God.
Averaging 26.4 points a game. I think he might lead the nation in scoring. I'll double check that.
Amazing offensive player.
Yep, he's leading the league by like almost 5 points.
Was he at like 26?
Yeah, 26.
26. And Cameron Thomas at 22.3.
12 rebounds. I mean, he is just he's made the league, but he's actually made the league each year that he's played. He's a senior this year. Freshman, averaged 12.1, 13.1 his sophomore year. Last year, 23.9, and this year, 26.4. So he's only gotten better. Although his rebounds did dip a little bit this year, but scoring wise and field goal percentage, even 3-point percentage, he's shooting 45.5% from the 3-point line.
Yeah, he's a sniper, inside out, technician. I mean, he has it all.
Right. My only concern with him coming, because I was also thinking about, okay, could the Spurs use him? I just don't know how he's going to handle defensively because he looks like he can barely run.
Yeah. Like a moving, like a little trash can a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's just going to be really good on the college level when he gets to the NBA. We're just like,
yeah, I'm rooting for him, man.
I am too. Definitely.
He's one of the best prospects. I mean, technician wise and just his numbers he's putting up. I mean, that I've seen in a while since, I don't want to say since KD and Beasley, but I mean, his offensive game was crazy. Like, you just wish that he was more mobile because he'd be a talk for the top pick for sure.
Right. Where could you see him going? Like, what team do you think could use him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, right off the top that you could think of.
Stretch 5. I mean, a lot of teams actually. I mean, if you're looking for a stretch 5, but then you're banking on that he can start in the league.
Maybe not his first couple of years. I wouldn't.
Yeah, like you're hoping that some physical trainers or athletic trainers can get a hold of him and increase his athleticism.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think of what would be a good.
I always have to look at the teams, like their names and stuff, and then picture their roster and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Top of my head, because I don't see him. He could go top 10, maybe. And if he does, it would be a team that was like kind of on the cusp of being good, but then fell down.
I see most mocks mock him in the second round.
In the second?
Yeah. Because they're really not sold on his athleticism on the next level.
Right. I think somebody could take a chance on him in that first round.
I would at the end of the round if you're just like.
Right.
If you're Dallas and you want to get off Porzingis, they don't even have a pick. They don't even have a pick this year.
Right. I was thinking that, but you're right. They don't have a pick. OKC.
If you're the Bucks, do you want to get rid of?
I don't know if I would do that. I don't know if I want to do that.
Brook Lopez, maybe he's getting old for you.
Right.
Still need to stretch 5.
Right. I don't know if I would do that if I were the Bucks.
Grizzlies, if you want to get off Valanciunas.
That may be a possibility. because you can start Gordy Jang, and have Luka Garza come off the bench. That's a possibility. I actually like that.
Obviously, Pelicans would be amazing.
I was gonna say that too.
Dear
Somehow
God, that'd be amazing.
get off of Steven Adams' contract.
Yeah,
And
get some spacing for Zion and Ingram.
Uh-huh.
That'd be amazing. But good job, Stan Van Gundy.
Right. Another one that I could see weird. I could see the Lakers picking him up on some weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I really could.
You ain't getting anything from Gasol.
Yeah.
You know, AD can kind of cover whoever he needs to cover to make Luka Garza, effective.
Mm-hmm. And whoever you trade up to get him at that pick, you get rid of a Kuzma and somebody else.
If I was somebody, I would try to get Horn off the Lakers.
Huh. Yeah.
I would be like, hey, you want my pick? I'll take Horton off you.
Yeah. I can possibly see that. THT.
Yeah, because I'm big we're here at Stats vs. Facts. We're big THT fans.
Yeah, we are. Well, I don't know about CMAC.
Yeah.
I don't think CMAC's sold on. Who are you?
I'm not sold.
Are you buying stock or are you shorting it?
I'm shorting it.
Ooh. Interesting.
Reddit's not going to save you.
Okay.
What did Clay say?
Roddy Magruder's mad because he's out of the league.
Yeah. Now he'll probably still be in the league, but I don't think. I think this is a little insanity going on. But we'll see. We got time.
That was somewhat messed up, but I like it.
You appreciate the smoke.
Kendrick Perkins apparently doesn't like it.
Doesn't like who?
Yeah.
No, he didn't like what Clay had to say.
I mean, that was mad disrespectful, but I mean,
it was funny.
Sometimes it's funny, exactly.
Great TV moment.
Kendrick Perkins said it was. He said it was disrespectful, and he thought it was corny.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Big baby Glenn Davis came out and said something too. I was like, "Big baby, what are you talking about, bro? Keep it moving, bro. Just keep it moving."
Now they're butthurt about it because people said that about them. So.
Oh yeah, we've seen the Kendrick Perkins highlight tape. Greatest thing, one of the greatest highlight tapes of all time.
But this is one Shaq and a fool moment after the other.
Oh really? You got one?
They put it to music, like the epic music.
God.
It's one of the best pieces of arts I've ever seen.
What happened to Shaq? What happened to the old Shaq and the food music where he had the little organ?
Shaq and the fool. Shaq and the fool.
What? Shaq and the fool. What? He said what? What'd he say, Kenny? Anyway.
Stat of the night. Sponsored by nobody.
Oh, come on, Ernie. Come on, Ernie.
EJ's need
unsullied by sponsorship since 1989. Anyway, going back to Oklahoma.
I forgot what we're talking about.
What'd you say?
I forgot where we were at.
We're on number 9. We talked about
I forgot what we were even talking about. I was like, where are we at? NBA?
I talked about Iowa's schedule. Ohio State, Wisconsin, Rutgers, Ohio State again, Michigan, and Wisconsin again. They got a tough schedule coming to close out the year. So they could come out as a 6-7 loss team. It's gonna be rough.
Just feed Luka. Just feed him.
Number 9, Oklahoma. They really rose to the top. Really, really did. But they could fall just as quickly. Man. Because they have a rough schedule. They did beat Alabama.
Shout out to Jelly JQ.
Mm-hmm. It'd be Alabama, but they lost to Tech. They got Baylor, West Virginia, UT, Oklahoma State twice because the first game got canceled.
Little Cade piece, little Cade, number one Cade.
They're not. Yeah, they're gonna have a rough time. Like you said, the Big 12
That's the
might
conference,
have.
man.
Yeah, it might be the best conference. I mean, you got one, two. You have 3 teams in the top 10, and then you got 6, 7 teams in the top 25 with another couple that are deserving. It's between them and the Big 10, honestly.
Yeah.
The 2 bigs got the best conferences this year.
Get big.
Yep. ACC is bad.
Yeah. Real bad.
Matter of fact, I don't think there's an ACC team in the top 10. Is there even an ACC? Who the first? Virginia's the first ACC team.
Yeah.
To be ranked 14, because Duke is bad and North Carolina is bad, and wow. Oh yeah, North Carolina's on that ban, aren't they?
Are
they on that ban?
Which one? The paper ban?
I think they might be banned, Chris.
Where people were turning in papers that said like one sentence and getting A's on it.
Yeah, I think a year ban this year.
Bans to make them dance.
Bans to make them dance. Bans to make them dance. Because I think they.
Oh, is that why they made a big deal about Cole Anthony still staying there?
Yeah.
They committed it because they got banned.
I think they got banned. They have to miss one NCAA tournament since they didn't have it last year. I think that's still upheld for this year. Because I'm watching them play games. They're 11-5, and I'm like, how are they not like in the top 25? But I think it's because they have a postseason ban. I think that's correct.
Georgia Tech has a ban too.
Georgia Tech.
They dropped an appeal. 1 year postseason ban.
What? What they do?
It's a complicated thing. I'm looking at it right now.
Life's a complicated thing.
No, this was last.
Complicated.
This was last year, so they might be banned because they didn't play last year. So you might be right.
Yeah.
Good old Chapel Hill, baby.
Yeah.
Tobacco Road.
Yeah.
Baby Jordan. Birthplace of Baby Jordan.
And Kenny Smith.
Kenny the Jet.
And Stackhouse. And
Rashid.
Tyler Hansbrough.
James Worthy.
The GOAT, Tyler Hansbrough.
I forgot about James Worthy. That's crazy.
James Worthy.
And the Zeller brothers too.
Zilla Bros.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Cody had a nice dunk on Giannis the other night.
Yakum.
Boy, oh boy. All right, number 10. Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. And apparently trying to dominate the basketball world too. Imagine if they won both championships this year. I would be disgusted.
That'd be wild.
I'd be pissed off.
They've always been getting a guard lately, like one guard that's really transformed their program every year.
Yeah, Colin Sexton.
Kara Lewis last year.
Yep, now they got Jay Petty Jr.
JPJ.
Petty.
And Jaden Shackelford is a sophomore.
Shackelford? Jesus.
Well, Jay Petty's been there. This is his senior year. Like we said, JQ is there.
Jelly JQ. Straight out of Villanova.
They got Joshua Primo. I don't know how you want to pronounce his name.
Primavera.
He's a 6'6" guard out of Toronto. I mean, kid is nice. He's 11.2.
Dang, that's 3 6s, bro.
He's gonna be nice.
Toronto, 6 God, 6-6.
6'6".
El Diablo.
Yep. But yeah, you have Javon and then his brother Jaden, who's I guess not really getting time.
It's too much jelly, man.
He's a freshman.
Too much jelly.
That's right. So Bama, Bama is a dark horse to me. They're actually a little scary. They're actually a little scary. I could see them making a little run.
That's the team.
I think that's that's a team. I think they can go deep. They can go deep. It's notably this year. I mean, yeah, I know they lost to Oklahoma, but they beat Florida. They demolished LSU. They beat number 7 Tennessee already, and Tennessee's a good team this year.
Yeah.
Well, at that time, Tennessee was number 7. But yeah, they're a tough team, man. They're a tough team. I wish Avery was still there to coach them, but you know, is what it
Little
is.
general.
Yeah.
That little general.
It is what it is.
We're not talking about the insurance.
Remaining schedule for Alabama, you have number 18 Missouri, LSU unranked, but they're 11-5. Georgia, who's 11-6, they're a good team. Arkansas is also a very good team at 14-5. And Mississippi State, you want to consider them, and Auburn. I mean, they're two kind of decently tough teams. So still a bit of a rough schedule. They also play Vanderbilt with Scottie Pippen Jr., who dunked on old buddy the other day. He's actually averaging 21.7 points.
He's balling.
Pretty good. He's only 6'1", too, which is kind of crazy. It's funny when like you have your dad like 6'8" or whatever, and you only come out being 6'1". It's like, damn.
Soaked up all the genetics.
It's mom's fault.
Yeah. For a lot of things.
Oh.
Well. So that's the college basketball portion of it. All right, the top 10. I'm not really getting into the rest of the top 25. Well, okay. Out of the rest of the top 25, G Money and C Mac, who else is a possible threat to go far this year? And if you need me to bring up the list or give y'all the list, I can do it.
Want to bring it up, C-Mac?
I've got the list up. But...
Okay. I got it too.
You have it too, Greg? Okay.
Yeah.
G Money. Sorry. By the way, he's G Money now. He's not G Reg.
No government.
He's not regular.
No government.
Nice. Bars.
But if he don't have the money, how can he be G Money?
Hush. T-Mac.
He said he was looking for the money, so I was like, the money. But I guess he's got the money now. He's got the.
Somebody mute this guy.
He's stacking his paper. All right.
Paper stacking. Underrated film. Paper stacking. King of paper stacking. Check it out. Let's see. Let's go Florida State. Scotty Barnes. I'll take Florida State. You know, they play NBA style, like NBA style wings, long wingspan. Play team good, really good fundamental team defense.
MJ Walker is their leading scorer. They got that 7-1 kid from Serbia.
Yeah.
Koprovica. That guy. He's averaging 1.2 blocks a game.
Scotty Barnes, another prospect that I want the Spurs to pick, but he'll go probably far higher than we will be drafting. So
you want another guard? Well, he is 6'9", so that's different.
He has that kind of slow-mo game, but he's more like way more athletic.
Is he faster than slow-mo?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because we don't need no more. We don't need no more slow-mo. No. We could make him into a power forward.
Yep.
I like that. The San Antonio Spurs are going to be home for
Florida State, baby. Florida State Spurs. We got Vassell. We're going to draft Scotty Barnes. I'm sure they're going to come with another wing. That's going to be good next
Bonnie
year.
went to what, Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
That Florida.
The Florida connection or just the Florida Spurs?
Yeah, that Florida Spurs.
We'll take it. Yeah. Shout out to our guy D Porter.
Right. C-Mac, any dark horses for you?
Man, I was gonna say Drake, but I don't think their offense is stable enough to keep up with the rest of the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe Texas Tech could potentially make another run like they did the year before last. Everybody went to Texas Tech and told me he made the drive. He told me he never regretted it. So I don't know. I just have a feeling Texas Tech might be a dark horse this year. They dropped down to 13, but never
That's
out.
big.
So
I'm mad at you.
Okay. I ain't mad at you.
Matt McClung, the God, the toughest conference.
Team that I'm looking at, actually, right now they're not presently ranked in the top 25, but they can be, and that's Oklahoma State.
Ooh, they can say Colgate.
Colgate. They're not even considered.
They're disrespected
right now.
It's because they haven't played that many games either.
Yeah, they only played like 7 games or 8 games, something like that. They're
7 or 8.
No, Oklahoma State, man, led by Cade Cunningham and crew. Like, they're actually a pretty nice team. They are. I think they're gonna shock a lot of people. You're gonna have
Cade just gets hot, and the rest of the team follows.
Yeah, you're gonna have a few teams upset for sure. This next game against UT on Saturday. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Oklahoma State comes out there and wins that game.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. McKay's averaging 18.1 as a freshman, shooting 38.9% from the 3-point line, playing well. This guy, that guy is a hustler.
The original hustler.
Like Kelly, Isaac Kelly. Yeah, he's a hustler. 9 rebounds per game, 6 assists, averaging 10 points. Like, that's freaking solid. That's freaking solid.
Doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he hustles. And he's only 6'5". You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that guy's
my man.
That guy's a baller. So yeah, those would be the guys that I would look not just the guys, but I would look at that team to really possibly do something, you know what I mean? In the postseason, and to knock off some guys, maybe even get to the Final Four if everything aligns just right. They play hard defense.
And Cade, we trust.
They play pretty good defense and some great offense as well. I mean, I know they're not as high in a tough Big 12 conference. Like, I get it, but if you're not going to play a lot of those Big 12 teams, and they're probably going to get knocked out by the other teams too, you never know.
I feel you. Both. I see y'all both chose the Big 12 teams.
Mm-hmm. As to kind of mimic my bro C-Mac. Anyway, that's the college part of it, man. We'll have some more in-depth women's college basketball next week. I want to ruin it all for you.
No spoilers.
Excuse me. But I got a couple of NBA games I want to talk about, and then we will be out of here.
Let's go.
First off, I know a lot of y'all saw this game, but man, Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook just loves to get up for Kevin Durant, doesn't he?
Yep.
That's the only game we get up for.
Because his juice is flowing.
I mean, they beat them by a score of 149 to 146. This was on Sunday. Westbrook dropped season high 41. He was 16 to 28, man. I mean, the dude knocked down how many? 4 3-pointers. He was 4 7 from the 3-point line, 41, 10, and 8. I mean, he looked like Russell Westbrook from OKC.
Yeah, he went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he outscored Bradley Beal. Actually, and outshot him too. Keep that in mind.
Good, get out of my way. I got this.
Yeah. I mean, granted, the Nets didn't have James Harden, Kevin Durant had 37, Joe Harris had 30, Kyrie had 26, and Jeff Green even had 23 off the bench. Jeff Green, underrated pickup.
Yeah.
4 for 5 from 3.
Yeah, 4 for 5 from 3, 7 to 10 overall. I mean, he was balling. The Nets also picked up Iman Shumpert. They're gonna have him now for some defense, guarding the wing. I mean, they're the worst defensive team in the league, but they're the best offensive team in the league.
So they were picking up his for the music. That he was doing music.
Say it again.
I thought he was gonna do the music. That's
Yes, he's doing that as well. Thank you.
They need a DJ in the arena.
Yeah, DJ.
Yep. He and Tiana are gonna do a
Duet.
yeah, do it.
Slap.
Halftime shows. Hey, get that money, Shump. I'm not mad.
Yeah, I'm on the Nets. Y'all place your bets.
The new Jay-Z and B of Brooklyn.
Nah, I won't be courting like that. Say what?
The Jay-Z and B of Brooklyn.
Pretty much. Instead of saying the Jay-Z and B of Brooklyn, and say we want to be the Iman and Tiana.
Iman. I'm on.
We're gonna be the Shump. We're gonna be the Shump Taylor. You feel me?
Ooh. Shumperford. Yeah, they need defense. They'll throw anybody they got out there at defense.
Yeah.
Try to figure something out.
Yeah. They had a big win tonight. They beat the Clippers.
Yeah.
Beat the Clippers.
They're just gonna try to outscore everybody. Figure it out.
Beat them 124 to 120. Yeah. Durant had 28. Durant was 11 of 13. He took 1 3-pointer and made 1 3-pointer. Absolutely phenomenal. Kyrie was 15 to 23, had 39. Harden was 7 of 15, had a triple-double with 23, 11, and 14. Only 1 of 6 from the 3-point line. Kyrie was 6 of 8, but they only won by 4. I think they'd be better if Durant is their leading shot taker.
Probably, but it's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen at all.
They're gonna have to let Kyrie just score and just kind of sit around and do around him.
I mean, he was 6 for 8 from 3. Like, the man's on fire. Just let him keep shooting.
Yeah, just go ahead, bro.
That's good from the 3-point line, but I'm just talking about all the other couple shots. KD only took 1 3-pointer and he made it, and he was 11 of 13.
I'll just sit back and just.
But it is concerning seeing Harden only go 1 for 6 from the 3-point line. So he definitely ain't taking the last second shot.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's why he came.
Yeah.
So I'm good now. Do is just pass the ball off, get my little triple doubles, relax.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about the pressure of shooting the last shot because I got 2 guys that want it.
Yep.
I'm good.
Easy.
Good times.
Life is good.
That's
Yeah.
right. And we also had a win streak. Well, we had 2 win streaks snap. One of them was on Monday when was it Monday? No, excuse me. It was Sunday. There you go. Nuggets beat the Jazz, ending their 11-game win streak. And that was because Jokic dropped 47 on them.
Jokic had to say, let me do this.
All right.
I trust none of y'all. I trust none of y'all. Let me just do it by myself.
All right. Well, they finally beat the Jazz. The Jazz have been balling. We'll get into that a little later. And then today, Tuesday, the Pacers stopped the Grizzlies' 7-game win streak, beating them 134 to 116, behind Sabonis having 32 and 13.
Bad matchup for the Grizzlies and off a back-to-back.
Yeah, and off a back-to-back, which they dominated the other game against the Spurs. We'll get into that.
You don't need to.
So let's look at the standings right now, fellas. You know how we always like to do the who is for real and who is faking it.
We should call it like the prisoner of the moment or something, because I always like get hyped about a team, and then I'm like, wait a minute, why did I pick them?
Prisoner of the moment.
Wait a minute.
So
overreacted.
right now in the East, Philly's at number 1, 15 and 6. Brooklyn's at number 2, 14 and 9. Milwaukee's at number 3, 12 and 8. Indiana number 4, 12 and 9. Boston 5 at 10 and 8. Atlanta at 500, number 6, 10 and 10. Cleveland at 10 and 11 at number 7. Charlotte also at 10 and 11 and number 8, with Toronto right behind them at 9 and 12.
The Raptors sneaking up.
And then we'll also give Chicago 8 and 11 at number 10, because we might have that playing in. With the Knicks falling to number 11 and 9 and 13. Before I go on the Western Conference side, who are you in the prisoner of the moment? Who's for real and who is, fake?
C-Mac?
Are we doing Eastern Conference? Because you mentioned the West just now. We're doing just Eastern. All right. So prisoner of the moment has to be the Celtics, because
John, the East Side boys.
Jason Tatum was out for a little bit. Now they're on a 2-game losing streak, and he's trying to bounce back, whatnot. So I think they're just going through some rough patches right now. They'll bounce back within probably around March. We'll see them back in full force, trying to go on a nice win streak.
Remember, Marcus Smart got hurt too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the other team that's for real, though, Toronto Raptors. The Raptors coming back. I think they found the groove. Van Fleet tonight. It was on fleek tonight.
Oh.
Jeez.
Hit him with the bars, Chris. Not ready for that.
No, six guys. So
Six guys.
Keep an eye out for the Raptors to sneak into maybe 7th or 6th place this playoff run. So we'll see. Just keep an eye out for them.
They really might be able to. It's looking pretty good for them. It really is. Yeah. G Money, go ahead.
Man, this is wild. Wild skis. I'm interested in what the Cavaliers are going to do with Drummond. I think if they can swing a piece for him, they could help them out right now. Possibly offensive player they can shoot. Be nice. I think they can make a little run skis. Obviously, he's last year in his contract, and there's been the talks about him being bought out are kind of crazy, but I've seen crazier.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if they could flip him for something, help him out. But they're probably looking towards the future. So, yeah,
prisoner of the moment. And
yeah. Let's go 76ers winning it all.
Prisoner of the moment?
East. Yeah. Winning the East and winning it all, baby. The best team in basketball? Embiid MVP?
Nah, I wouldn't.
It's over.
Okay.
Pack up the season. It's over.
Pack it up.
We're going to do it big. Let's do it big. Let's quit it now. Shut it down.
Locking the bets.
No need for a bubble.
And
Get
the
over it.
trophy. Take my talents to
On the
Philly.
trophy now.
Okay. And who's for real?
Ooh, who's for realsies?
Mm-hmm.
They're all fake. It's
Ooh.
all fake love over here, baby. I don't like any of these teams, man. They all have problems, bro. I'm like, what's going on?
What team doesn't have problems? Nobody's perfect.
Oh, come on. I just want the Celtics to make a move for like Drummond or something, man. Anchor that defense, bro, and then we'll be good to go. Bring Kemba off the bench. They don't do any of it. They're just gonna suffer.
We need UConn Kemba.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's all I got. They're all fake. They're all fake, bro. Those teams I believe in.
Prisoner moment. I thought Indiana was gonna fall off, but they're actually
for sure.
holding on. They're actually holding on pretty well. So I'm still being in fourth. Could possibly be in third by tomorrow, depending on what Milwaukee does. I mean, not too bad.
Sucks for them they didn't get Karis LeVert to play this year.
Yeah, it does. TJ Warren comes back, could help him out. That'll be good. Team that I think is for real, man. A couple of them actually. I think Charlotte or Cleveland might actually be for real.
Ooh.
Make the playoffs. Either one of them teams. It's tough for me to really choose because, I mean, Cleveland's kind of held on. The Knicks are kind of in there too, but they've fallen off. Cleveland's kind of still been steady. I mean, with LaMelo starting, with Charlotte, they've kind of had their ups and downs. You know what I mean? But they're starting to kind of put it together. But I think Cleveland's been a little bit more consistent, so I think Cleveland might actually be for real.
Their defense is real.
Yeah.
Now, can they add scoring to it?
Yeah, that is the definite thing.
Their defense is real, and I'll keep them a good team in the East.
Right. We obviously know Orlando. We thought, okay, maybe they'll be able to do it. They've fallen way off.
Vucci man, my man Vucci man stuck.
Miami's bad.
Didn't they suffer another injury? Didn't Aaron Gordon get hurt or something? I want to say they suffered another injury. I was like, dude, Magic just racking up the injuries.
I don't think so. They lost tonight, I know. I don't know.
Yeah, he's out 4 to 6 weeks with ankle sprain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're destined for failure.
Saw him get that shot back on Lowry from last year.
Stop rapping, dude. Just please.
Not even last year, I guess. A few months before. Well, I guess it would be last year now. Wait.
Shout out to Miles Bridges though. His rapping's real too.
You said it's rapping?
Garrity. Go check it out.
True. Check that out. He's balling too. I gotta give it to him.
It's the only thing real about the East. Miles Bridges is rapping.
Right. Now going back to the West, fellas. Or going to the West. We got Utah sitting at number 1 at 15-5. Clippers and Lakers second and third, 16-6, both. Denver 4th, 12-8. Phoenix 11-8 at number 5. Memphis at 6 at 9-7. The Warriors at 7 at 11-9 could fall if they lose tonight or rise. And then Portland at 11-9 at number 8 with Houston. Of course, Portland at 8 with 11-9 record. At number 9, Houston at 10-9. Spurs at number 10 at 11-10. Kings right behind them at 9-11. Yeah, I think that's all we need to go for.
Yeah.
So,
what them losers at the bottom.
Fellas, prisoner of the moment. Who's for real?
You know what we all want to say.
Yep.
The Grizzlies. They're real, man. They're deep. They're not playing with their best players still. Their team all looks good. They're real, man. They could be a dark horse little sleeper team.
Yeah, they could be. That's not what we were gonna say though, but you good.
Okay.
Yeah, we
That's
only
what I'll
played
say.
16 games, so we got a lot more games to play.
I think they're still missing Jaren Jackson, Winslow, Grayson Allen's going to come back too. They're very
Lockdown
deep. They got
defender.
And Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas going to come back. I mean, they have the option to go big. They can go small with you. They have plenty of shooting, plenty of depth behind them. I mean, they're a real oiled machine.
They're just missing that other superstar to go along with John Morant, and they'd be a real threat.
And they got Jaren Jackson, man. I think he's
but he's not.
I think he's a third probably, but
Yeah.
I think they've drafted very well. And they have very good ball movement with slow-mo at the power forward, and then they have
Really well.
Dylan Brooks making moves.
And the rookie Bang is a knockdown shooter.
Yeah. Remember I told you, Eric Gordon. Remember I told you, reminded me of Eric Gordon. It was going to be a good pickup for whoever got him.
I agree. It was a great pickup for them. Who's for real?
Well, that was my for real pick.
Oh yeah, who's the prisoner of the moment?
My fake this is my fake team, the Rockets, baby. They're gonna trade Oladipo, DeMarcus Cousins before the deadline, and they're gonna blow it up. That's my prediction. They're fake.
Okay.
I ain't mad at you. That's a good one.
All right, go ahead, C-Mac.
I'm gonna agree. They're fake.
They're gonna cash out on PJ Tucker too.
6-game win streak. I don't know if you can continue that, especially with the.
They're a good team. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they believe they can keep Oladipo long term. DeMarcus Cousins looks like he's playing really good for them, but he's on a short contract, so you might as well cash him out. PJ Tucker just wants a new deal, and you're not going to pay him. Might as well cash out up at him too. So I think they just let it all go.
They're a deep team of solid players.
Well, we saw that when we played them. Spurs.
I don't think it's long term though. That's the problem.
Gotcha. Go ahead, C-Mac.
The real team, I'm gonna have to go the Phoenix Suns. They're improving themselves now, man. Top 5 in the West, trying to make a push. They've got all their gears well oiled, ready to go. They're gonna make a push for that NBA Finals or the West Conference Finals, maybe even Finals next year or this year. We'll see.
Okay.
Nice, good pick.
And who is you said that was your real team or prisoner of the moment?
No, I said that was a real team, and the prisoner of the moment was the Rockets.
Prisoner of the moment of the Rockets. Okay. Prisoner of the moment, the Dallas Mavericks. They suck.
Very good.
I think everybody's a prisoner. Luka, oh my gosh, Luka. All the people that talking about, oh, you talking about the Phoenix Suns being the top 14. You ain't hear the Mavericks. Shut the hell up. The Mavericks are in freaking 13th place. I don't want to hear none of y'all talking at me. As soon as the season's over, I'm tweeting at every single one of y'all trying to come at me. Get off the Mavericks bandwagon. They will never win the championship again. Luka is going down. He's not getting better. He has like maybe 1 or 2 more peak years, and then his scoring is going down. Quit it. You need other pieces, dadgummit. So I'm getting hard on all these Mavericks fans trying to come out and tweet at me. That's number one.
I'm with you except for the Luka part. Obviously, I think he's going to get better.
Luka's great. Don't get me wrong. Luka is great. But his scoring ain't going to get much better than it is. He's not going to get much better offensively than he is. Assist-wise, he can do that. Rebounds-wise, sure. But he got that little old man jog. You know, but you can't let it fool you. Kind of like Patrick Mahomes has that little old man jog. Yeah. You can't let it fool you. Dude can ball. Now, calming down. And I was going to say the Spurs, but the Mavericks are worse. Yep. But the Spurs, after that 2 bombing that they got,
we know what the Spurs
on by the Grizzlies and the rough schedule to come with the Rockets and the Warriors coming up soon after that.
Yeah. Hopefully Aldridge, he's obviously out tomorrow. Hopefully he's out for an extended period of time. So that way we can go ahead and get better defensively at center at least.
Yeah, by trading Derek White, get that going right.
That's definitely not the answer, but
It is the answer, but we will agree to disagree
As always.
as always. The team that is for real, I would say them Denver Nuggets, man.
Little
Them
chicken
Denver,
nuggets.
them Denver Nuggets are for real. Yeah, they did lose to the Spurs. Spurs got them, but after that, I mean, shoots. Now they're right back in what, fourth place, 12-8, really looking to just keep swinging on the upside. I mean, they look like they're on the uprise. So I think Denver is for real. I think they're going to keep that fourth spot, if not move up. Maybe later on in the season, depending on what happens with the Lakers and the Clippers and the Jazz. I mean, I still think the Jazz are probably going to fall at some point, but we will see. I mean, the Nuggets just beat the Jazz. Granted, it was on a back-to-back for Utah, but still, Jokic is at least maybe third or fourth in the MVP voting category behind, I'd say LeBron, Embiid, and Durant
Yeah.
at most. They figured, oh yeah, we need to give MPJ the ball. You're damn right you do.
Actually, they're keeping him on the bench. He's kind
Oh
of
yeah, I get that. That's fine if they keep him on the bench, but they got to give him the ball. You know what I mean?
Like, I think they're limiting MPJ, so I don't know what his future is there.
They are.
They found their chemistry with a different starting lineup without him.
Yeah, with Barton, they're having Barton.
Yeah, like tonight he only played 19 minutes, scored 11 points.
Right.
So he's obviously a negative player when he's not scoring a lot.
All right. When did they play? Their last game was. They didn't play tonight, did they?
They played the Jazz.
No, they played the Jazz.
Sunday.
Their game against the Pistons got postponed, which would have been Monday, and they played the Jazz on the 31st.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, no, MPJ, he's balling, man. He's balling. He was in that game, he was a +8. He's one of two people with a positive off of the bench, or one of 3 people, 4 people, whatever. Regardless, he was balling. JaMychal Green was another great pickup that the Clippers messed up and let him go. He's giving them quality minutes, and that boy can shoot too.
Yeah.
And he can get him boards. So I think that they really messed up on that one. Clippers did. But yeah, they'll get Porter more involved. I don't think you have to worry about that. They'll get him more involved. The next game is against the Lakers. That's going to be a big test. We're going to see how they're going to do. But I think they can. I think the Nuggets are on the uptick. They're on the uptick. Could be just be a prisoner of the moment, but I think they're for real.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. And that's how I'm sticking with it. Well, I mean, I think that's about it for today's show, fellers. Because we have a fantastic one coming up for you on Friday. We're going to have some guests coming in here, man. It's going to be off the charts, especially for his preview for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, what is this, 55, 45, something like that? Super Bowl 55. 56?
Gosh darn it, 47.
Right.
See, there's 52 states minus 13 original colonies.
He said, let's see this. He said there's 13 colonies minus 50, say 13 minus 50, goddamn 47. As always, you can follow us at Stats versus Facts Sports Talk on YouTube. And if you ain't got that VS, you doing what, fellas?
Listening to some BS.
.fm. That's right. Go follow us under SVF Sports Talk on Twitter and Instagram. Go follow the Brother Show Spurs versus Everybody on Twitter and Instagram, and listen on any podcast platform that you can find. We there. That's right. Shout out to that. You know who you are.
Yeah, when you start sponsoring us, then you'll get the full shout out.
Yep.
But you know who you are right now.
You know you are.
We appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? Get that crunch.
Every Tuesday, we appreciate you.
Yep, that's right.
Tuesday.
We'll be back for C-Mac G-Reg. It's been your boy Marsh. And as always, you can catch us next time. Oh, wait a minute. Where's it at?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, baby.
What did you do?
I lost it.
When you
What are
press
you
this
doing?
button, self-destruct in 25 seconds.
Psych, you can catch us on that.
Stats versus facts. Ayy, stats versus facts. Ayy, know where we at on the stats versus facts. Yeah, my boy, hella black. He on the stats versus facts. And you might get smacked by the stats versus facts. Ayy.
.fm.